Let's move on to talk about Matt Hancock's new career move. He is now officially in the jungle. He's been singing some Ed Sheeran, and he's been subjected to some gruesome bush tucker trials. Tom, is it sort of just punishment for Hancock, making him eat kangaroo cock or whatever is going to be inflicted on him in the next few days?
We haven't got to the kangaroo cock yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
The nation's waiting.
This might be a bit unpopular. I struggle to get too angry at Matt Hancock because I think he's a ridiculous figure.
Yeah.
And obviously he has an awful lot to answer for in relation to the lockdown policy, in relation to the care homes crisis, his ineptitude in relation to dealing with that particular issue. He didn't even know, as far as I remember, about the fact that people were being discharged from hospital into care homes without having to have a negative test. That had to be kind of raised with him before it was actually tackled. And all of that is deadly, deadly serious. I think the difficulty is the fact that he's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's so embarrassing. He's so sort of cringe. It's difficult to sort of beat up on him in a sense, if you see what I mean. And it's something where he's going into the jungle already terribly unpopular.
Yeah.
He's going in there already having humiliated himself, not least through that lockdown breaky affair that effectively ended his top level political career. And I think aside from anything else, just sort of a reminder of what complete weirdos and pygmies our political system had thrown up. And then they're confronted with something like a pandemic, and not only do they make terrible, deadly blunders, but also they humiliate themselves in another sort of way, despite the fact that his pedigree is impeccable. PPE, economist at the Bank of England, really climbed his way up the greasy pole.
Advisor to George Osborne.
He's the great genius of our age, as some people are to be believed.
Yeah.
But, again, this is the best that we could produce, was this idiot who doesn't seem to realise that he's going to make himself even more of a laughingstock by going on this TV show. So maybe I'm talking myself into getting angry at him, but still it's hard to.
And are you excited to see Hancock climb even lower than we even thought possible?
God, I mean, nothing says adult in the room are back than I'm a celebrity. I mean, it's just a bit... it's just a bit embarrassing, to say the least. It just shows just the complete degradation of our political class. As Tom said, the former health secretary that oversaw one of the most biggest and consequential decisions in public health that perhaps we've ever seen, or at least seen for a very long time, could even really rationalize that this is a good decision to go on I'm a Celebrity. I mean, it makes a complete mockery of public office. And I'm not one to kind of talk about public office in that way, but I do think, is there anything noble about it? Is there anything about public duty that you should at least attempt to hold yourself to better standards than doing the kinds of behaviours that Matt Hancock is going to be engaging in for all of our TV screens for the next few weeks? It is just really embarrassing. And it is the way that politicians attempt to use these shows as a way to rehabilitate their reputation. I mean, some of them seem to successfully do it. Ed Balls seemed to do it quite well. And, Anne Widdecombe is a genuinely big character and hilarious. But, you've got Matt Hancock, who has the personality of a shoe, just very little charisma, attempting to do it. I just think, good luck to him, but I think it's a very sad state of affairs for our politics.